Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John. This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to virtual reality. Welcome to the 200,000 subscriber special, and indeed, yes, welcome to the HTC Vive. We have just taken delivery of this marvellous piece of technology, and this felt like an excellent sort of little video to introduce it all to you, because my goodness, this is... I tried out the Oculus on several occasions in the past, and finally got round to trying out the Vive. Or rather, actually, you know what? No, I'll be honest. The announced Fallout 4 was going to have a Vive version in 2017, and I went out and bought a Vive, because of course I flipping did. And yes, here we are. Virtual reality, proper room scale VR, meaning I can walk around. I can see some very fine little kind of blue bars. You can see these are my hands, by the way. Hello, this is me. And you can see the lasers I'm shooting with my hands. Basically, like, I can see like the area I'm allowed to walk into. I think that doesn't get picked up by the recording. So like where I'm kind of tracing right now on the ground, this is like the area I'm allowed to walk in, but I don't think you can see that. This is how kind of virtual reality works, by the way, which is like in room scale, which is what the Vive is, opposed to the Oculus, where you kind of basically stay stood or seated. In Vive, you move around, and you wave your hands, and you do things, and I'm holding controllers, and you see your controllers. These aren't the controllers, these are virtual representations of the controllers, but they're really rather good virtual representations of the controllers. In fact, it's kind of weird sometimes. Yeah, you basically move around in this small area, then you point an area you want to go to, and like the way that most games handle movement is you then kind of pick an area you want to go to, and then you teleport to it, which is really quite, I think it's a good solution. Like, it seems a bit odd to just kind of teleport around, and let me just tell you, because it's like proper room scale, it can play all sorts of tricks on you, like... I know I'm standing in my room right now. I'm standing in the normal room I recorded, and I'm not actually at a cliff edge right now. But when it's filling up the entirety of your peripheral vision, I genuinely cannot explain to you how surreal and wonderful this is. Even though I know I'm in my room, the left side of my brain knows. Like, my brain is nonetheless saying, for God's sake, stop leaning out. I am suffering a very, very severe case of vertigo right now, and I'm not going to do that anymore, because that's scary. I'm going to go back over here. Hang on, move over here. There we are. Let's move back into the lovely safe space. So yes, this here is the Vive. And let me start off by saying one thing before we get into this lovely Vive 200,000 spectacular subscriber special thing, which is the Vive is incredibly difficult to record. So please bear with me while I figure out the best ways to do that, because normally when I record, I sit in a nice place, like I just sit in one space, and my microphone's right next to me, and my microphone can be just right there, and it's going to have like a little pop filter in front of it. I can have some nice kind of material behind it that's kind of, noise, like kind of noise absorbing, which is why you kind of get that lovely recording quality off me normally. With the Vive, however, because I'm turning around a lot, I've got two options. Either I can use a headset mic, which are just very low quality and just don't really work for YouTube stuff. Or I can use my normal mic, put it, I don't know where it bloody is. I think it's in this direction. I think I'm facing it now. I think it's about in front of me. It's somewhere about here-ish, and kind of set it up to kind of hear the whole room as best as I can. But then if I turn around this way to deal with something behind me, and there will be things behind me in these games, then please do forgive, because the Vive is an absolute bloody pain to record, but it's an utter marvel to experience. I cannot explain to you how wonderful this is to experience. See, this is just one of the little kind of the Vive home areas. This is just a little area that this game just provides for free. You just basically, you get to wander around. It's a good way to like orientate yourself into how virtual reality works if you just kind of want to get used to just walking around. So I'm literally walking at the moment. Like, I'm not pressing an analog stick or anything. If you're kind of unfamiliar with the Vive, I am literally walking around in this space, and as I turn, I'm not touching an analog stick or anything, I'm literally turning my head, and it's quite incredible. And then just move forward to the edge, and there's a massive thing, and of course there's nothing to stop me actually. You see, I'm trying to make myself step over the edge here. I've put my left foot forward. You can't see my legs, obviously, because it only picks up your hands, so it knows where your hands are because they're holding these things. But it can't pick up your legs because there's nothing attached to your legs. But I'm trying to make myself step off the edge, and when I do, my legs are literally shaking. Like, my body is instinctively saying no, 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 no.
I've just taken a step forward. My foot is now on the ground. Doing that, my leg actually kind of tensed and cramped up because my brain really believes this is real. That's the marvel of this technology. I want to step back to the middle of the room now. Now, the thing is about the Home. The Home's a lovely little just kind of showcase. Now, I'm kind of going to show you the other one here because there's two of these. This is the other one. This is the museum. If you're kind of more of a wuss like me, the museum is significantly less stressful to just go about into. So there's kind of this museum here. Oh, and you can kind of set your, like, if you want like your games to be set up so you can play your games, you can actually like physically put them in the real world and treat this as like a menu. I tell you what, this is what I love about this game, like the menus. The menus in the Vive are spectacular because, of course, like because you're in virtual reality, the menus can be virtual reality. So if I want to play a game, I can literally like go up to 3D representations of games I've got and just say, yeah, I want to kind of literally go up to these and kind of reach out and tap them if I want to. It's quite frankly marvelous, and you've got this lovely area here. But the thing about the Home that's kind of bad is literally this is it. It's either the museum or the little kind of space platform thing. That's all you've got. I'm kind of hoping they're going to add more, because I find these two a little bit disappointing. I find them particularly disappointing because if you come out of Home, you can basically stand in a 3D environment just in the Vive's main menu as well. But the Vive's main menu is actually much, much better than than Vive Home is, which is really weird given Vive Home is a separate application, so I don't even know why it really exists. So I've just come out of Vive Home, and some of you might recognise that I'm now standing inside the holodeck from Star Trek. This is amazing. So yes, this is actually not something that the Vive kind of itself provides, or Valve made, or HTC made, or anything like that. This came out of the Steam Workshop, I believe. This is user-generated content, and there are a lot of environments like this that arguably are cooler than both of the ones already located within Vive Home. The only advantage to Vive Home is you can like teleport back and I do the zip and then zip out. This one you're just kind of stuck within your little bound, so you can't actually kind of wander off that far, all things considered. So yeah, you've kind of got to stick into this sort of area here. But there's loads of them already, and they're really, really cool. Oh, also you can listen to music in here. This is something I don't see many people talking about, but it's kind of the coolest thing imaginable. So basically I've got the Stellaris soundtrack. It came when I got Stellaris, and so I've just put on the Stellaris soundtrack and I get to stand in VR and listen to the really rather amazing Stellaris soundtrack while in the holodeck from Star Trek, and that's the coolest sentence I've ever said. That's amazing. But let's show you some other stuff, because there's some really, really cool environments in here. So as some of you will recognise straight away from the trees, yeah, now we're standing outside Peach's castle from Super Mario 64. This is like the issue with the Vive videos in some way, which is like, and why I didn't kind of rush out to jump on the Vive train immediately, which is, this in front of me looks like a bloody massive castle. It genuinely feels huge, and the path up to it feels long, and it's amazing to just look around and have all of this just be here. It's genuinely fantastic, but I don't know how good it's going to look to you. This bit especially, by the way, because another complicated bloody thing about recording the Vive is, unfortunately, normally any game creates a spectator mode on my computer, which I think is over there, but I'm not sure. I think I'm pointing at it right now, but in virtual reality I have no bloody clue. Normally what I would do then is just full screen that spectator mode and record that and it would all look fine. However, because I'm technically in a menu right now, I've just decided to surround my menu with this beautiful massive castle from Super Mario 64. As a result of that, there's no spectator mode, meaning what I've had to do is I've had to take what is being shown to my right eye, just my right eye, and I have put that onto my screen, but I can't full screen it. So I'm recording that, but it's going to be low resolution, so I'm going to have to like crop down to it, and then it's going to have to be like redone up, and then it's not going to look as nice. But trust me, this looks bloody spectacular. This one's quite nice too. It's just a night sky with a massive planet ahead of you. This is just the default one, I think. But I've put a planet underneath me, so I can walk like over a 3D planet with deserts and mountains and oceans and glaciers and stuff. And for once, just so you know, like whenever I'm commentating normally, I am just kind of gesticulating with my hands all the time. You can actually see it for once. It's marvellous. I quite like this one, this kind of balcony area. So you've got this lovely, this white
office. And you can kind of see here, like, as I kind of walk around the kind of the office space, the computers have all been properly 3D rendered, but the space outside hasn't been. That's just like a big panoramic photo that's kind of been wrapped all around. It's just what they call a background. This here's the environment that's properly 3D rendered. Out there is just a background. Now, backgrounds are much easier to make, which means like then, because you know they're not as good, they're just kind of like panoramic photos if you like stretched around into 3D space. So you know they're not as hard to make. But that means there's loads of them. So let's just get rid of this environment altogether and enjoy some of the fantastic backgrounds there are. Because seriously, I've had hours of enjoyment out of just standing in background. Effectively the equivalent of just marveling at a desktop photo. But there you go. So now I'm in Diamond City. I'm just in Diamond City. There's the entrance over there, and then coming down here to the marketplace and people going around. You notice it is static, of course. This is an image. It would be nice if it could have like a little bit of animation. If it could just be like, I was about to say GIF, but I probably don't want a massive 3D panoramic GIF. That's probably not the right way to do it. But yeah, it's just Diamond City, and I can look around, and it's all around me, and it's incredible. They've also done something very clever, by the way, when they made this, which is I'm floating in the air right now. I'm floating significantly above the city. That's a good idea because it's a 2D image and it's not properly 3D rendered. It goes a bit wrong. When you if you look down and you see the ground, if you're too close to the ground, because the scale's clearly wrong, it kind of ruins the illusion a bit. I'll show that actually, because that's very easy to demonstrate with the other one that's Fallout 4. So welcome to the Pritwin, which is utterly marvellous. Like if you just look up and enjoy the fact that it's just above you and huge, this is just... I can't explain how cool this is. And when Fallout 4 VR comes out, oh my god, it's going to be the best thing in the history of ever. Until they kind of make the, virtual reality version of Fallout New Vegas, remade within Fallout 4's engine. That would be better. But yes, here we are. We've got Dog Beat on the Pridgen. But if I look down, then something goes wrong. Because either I'm a midget that's like just floating like 5 or so feet in the air, or this area is in fact like several hundred feet tall. That railing over there is several hundred feet tall, and none of this is true. Or alternatively, yeah, the scale's gone a bit to hell. So like in the backgrounds, if you just don't look down, it's fine. They're beautiful and amazing, and it's just incredible. Because like whatever you're seeing right now, for me, it's filling like all of my peripheral vision. It's like it's filling everything I can see. It is amazing. It is genuinely spectacular. Yeah, I'm going to say that a lot. There's this nice one from BioShock Infinite over at Battleship Bay, as you can see up there. And yeah, this is just after you've rescued Elizabeth, the beautiful kind of beach scene. Again, look down and the illusion is more a little bit shattered. In fact, in this case, it's particularly badly shattered because you can literally see the photo zooming in on itself down there. But yes, Elizabeth's having a little dance behind us, floating buildings. It's all very bright and colourful. I quite like this one. Quite fond of this one. There's a Firewatch one that's really rather nice. Honestly, I'd have preferred one like at the top of the tower. If you're like at the top of the tower at like at dusk rather than at night. But I would say it's pretty nice. I mean, I like the fact that there is a tower over there. That like the tower is there and there's the little kind of light on at the bottom. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I would have preferred maybe one at dusk because Firewatch is at its most beautiful kind of at the very kind of either at the very beginning of the morning or the very end of the afternoon at kind of dawn or dusk. But it's still pretty bloody special. But easily my favourite is the Mass Effect ones. As Mass Effect holds such a special place in my heart. I have such love for Mass Effect. I cannot tell you. To just be able to stand in the CIC, which I don't know what does that stand for. Hang on. The Combat Information Centre. Alright, fine. This is the Combat Information Centre. I always assumed at least one of the cities would be for command, given this is where the commander went to command. You've got the galaxy map there, and you've got all your staff standing around. You can see up to the front, Joker and Edie hanging out back there, and the elevators, and oh, I want someone to make this properly in 3D. That would be spectacular when they do that. That would be beautiful. But instead, for now, let's just return to the I quite like the holodeck. The holodeck's quite nice. The holodeck is kind of a good little kind of default one. It's very easy on the eye. It's very kind of dim and lovely. I like it with the open doors. You can actually see some of the rest of the shit, but yeah, like genuinely the first time I played the Vive when I like unboxed it, I just kind of stood in here and I listened to music for like half an hour. I think this is like the best possible way you could listen to music. Put on some really good headphones and just stand in some amazing place that, like, is entirely fictitious and you've no right to ever expect you to be allowed to stand in, and just stand in it and bask in it and experience it. And I cannot explain to you how amazing and immersive this is. Even though, like, I know it probably doesn't look spectacular to you, and if I turn my critical brain on, it wouldn't look desperately spectacular to me either. Because the thing is, like, it's not perfectly crystal clear. It is a little blurry around the edges and, like, things when you, like, if I look at that screen over there, my eyes should blatantly be able to read that text, but it's not. It's just a bit of a blur because it, like, has to deal with, like, the resolutions have to be so big, so it fills my entire peripheral vision, and the frame rate needs to be so high that my eyes don't start complaining. So I think this runs at, like, was it 90 frames a second? I can't remember. I didn't look that up, but my brain just kind of vaguely says, didn't you read somewhere this runs at 90 frames a second at some ridiculously huge resolution? So therefore there needs to be sacrifices in detail. But, like, because it surrounds you and fills your peripheral vision, your brain just kind of accepts it. It's the most incredibly immersive experience in gaming I've ever had. I personally don't believe it's going to be the future of gaming. I think there are too many limitations to the hardware that we'll kind of come onto over the course of this video, but I do think this is the area of gaming where we're probably going to see the most interesting innovations coming over the next few years. This is going to be very, very exciting to watch. But anyway, 200,000 subscribers. We're not just going to stand in the holodeck and listen to the Stellaris soundtrack, as bloody cool as that would be. No. Instead, I'm going to take you through all three of the kind of launch titles, if you like, of the Vive, because the Vive, when you buy it, at least for the moment, comes with 3 titles. And I'm going to do a little bit of all 3 of them to kind of show them off. Because I felt like none of them wanted to be their own videos, so let's just roll them all into one and do them now, shall we? So, first up, we have Job Simulator, the 2050 archives. A recreation as was imagined in 2050 by robots as to how humans used to do jobs, which I assume means therefore there's no humans, because we don't see any humans, just robots. I would assume I'm a robot, but I have hands, but then I don't have arms or anything. Oh god, I'm a robot too. And as some of you know, I both know and really quite enjoy NerdCube's videos, and he already did all of Job Simulator. However, I deliberately didn't watch one of his videos, so I would have a Job Simulator video that I could actually make completely unseen, because I've never seen this one, and it's not office work. I've done office work. I did office work for flipping 7 years, then we can do enough out of that. There we go. And auto mechanic. I don't think so. Okay, go for the mug. Go for the mug. And not even close. Although luckily it comes back to you. Right, okay. I want to knock over her mug. Oh, come on! So close. Oh, I think it's fixed. That was totally a direct hit, though that did take, like, quite a few attempts. So if I've learned one thing, it's that whenever they release Baseball Simulator, I should not do that. Also, where did the 4th one go? Where did the 4th one go? Oh, no. Yes. Yep, where's the 4th one? I've lost one of the jobs. Auto mechanic didn't come back. That's good, because I didn't want to do auto mechanic. I wanted to do the sexiest of all jobs, store clerk. Oh, it's because it's down here. It's not actually outside of bounds, so therefore you don't lose it. Right, well that's nice. Actually, before we job, I really want to make these balance. I really want these to all balance. Okay, I think because of the angle, I think if I just ever so slightly, if I alternate, okay, here we go. Come on. Oh, did it just trigger? Did it just whipple because of the little stuff? No, Ooh. Oh, this is cool. This is amazing. Oh.
Welcome to an accurate simulation of
convenience store clerk.
Take a look at this board for instructions.
So, what have we actually got here? We have got a clock that is actually moving. Okay, can I do... Ooh, I can. You're still on the clock, human. Who would try to send us a message on the back of a clock? Okay, grilled clock shall be our first thing. Next up, what do you want? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Start by cleaning off your counter.
Okay, cleaning off the... Do I have a bin? Bin. I'll keep these. I might need them later. You go in... No, go in there. Oh, it just feels so lovely. Just be able to just kind of dab things on and off. Lovely. Take a ticket. Right, what's up next?
I would like to purchase these.
chips.
Okay, take the chips, scan the chips, then I need to put the chips into the thank you bag. But, hang on. Before you just buy these, could I interest you in some other purchases? Such as this can, which had only one previous owner. Ooh, yeah, you know what? You can have that too. There you go. Can go with you. And it's buy one, get one free. In you go. In you go.
Could I also get one of those meat cylinders, please?
Have the clock too. You can have the clock as well because apparently I need this thing now. I can't think of any other place for the clock. This is a meat cylinder. Put that on there. Just close the freezer. And one meat cylinder. Buns. Oh, and there's buns. Do you just want... Yes, you actually want a hot dog. That's nice. I'm just going to turn these over by hand. I hope you're okay with that. Oh, they are actually cooking. Oh dear. Right. I'm going to give you some extra ketchup. There we are. Also, free ketchup for your clock. And mustard. Excellent. Oh, I've overwritten the ketchup. This one's good. That's a rainbow hot dog. That's the best kind. Also free mustard. We are the store that keeps on giving. You get that. Would you like that? Yes, you would like that. Do you want that? Oh no, sorry, it's got to be scanned. I don't think it's got a barcode, but alright. I was literally watching the security monitor of the door. Where did you come from? Or sir? Okay, I want you to know that what I just did was I reached for his hat, and in order to steady myself, I leaned on the counter. The counter that doesn't exist. This is how realistic and immersive this is. I literally just leaned forward, and I just stumbled forward to that. But sir, I will be having your hat. Oh, yes. That's good. That's nice. And I will be having... And you're so shocked and appalled, his monocle fell off. I have the bow tie too. Are you going to have the bow tie? It's the best bit. Right, maximum sugar intake. He wants 2 candy bars. Put in thing. Take with... They're just here. There you go. There you go. Frozen slushy delights. You also get a free hot dog. I made some extras. Hot dog. Never mind. You just get one of those. Okay, so, slushy, yeah, ooh, I like that, slushy machine. Okay, cup goes in thermal paste pink, battery acid blue, that's my favourite. Let's pull one of these.
Would you kindly jumbo-size that?
What the, oh, I see, sorry, you need that to be made then jumbo sized, got it. Oh, that's still there, that's bloody convenient. Just checking, yep, that's as I wanted it to be. There you go, 1/3 of a jumbo-sized slushie for you. And time to rack up this, though I think I can... Ooh, price times 2. There we go. Bot Vegas special, $3,000, please.
Keep the change, good human.
Charge him $3,000 and he tells me to keep the change. Good.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta to you. Jobbot, would you like this hat? Would you like this hat, please? There you go. I've given Jobbot the hat. I feel like he deserves it more than me. Lottery ticket. Okay, what have we got? We've got choose your own fortune. A whole lot of money. Yeah, we'll have a lot of money. Here, have a lot of money. There you go.
Oh dear, I'm feeling a little faint today, dearie. Do you think you could scratch that lottery ticket for me? You can use my quarter.
You failed miserably.
I guess I won't be getting those upgrades today.
And unfortunately there is loser tax, so I'll be taking this money you just gave me to scratch that thing back off you. There we go, sorry about that. You can have the ticket though to remind you of the time you failed.
Oh, yeah,
Take phone. Can't take phone. Screw your phone. And you in general. I can scan the money. What's the price of money? $1. It's worth 1. Should have expected that. Oh, not children. No. Go away.
Sugar! Give me sugar!
Sugar, you say? Okay. Fireworks.
It's not sugar!
I'm just going to leave it in front of you anyway, actually. And I hope that's about to... Yeah, I think that's about to explode, just in case. Come on. Yeah. That didn't kill you as much as I was hoping.
over here. I need something for, cleaning.
Wanna clean up here?
Copy of Hot and Steamy. Yep, you just take that copy of Hot and Steamy into the bathroom and oh.
I don't have any money. Is there anything in there I could have for free?
I will give you a new hat though. How about that? One new hat for you, and I will keep your old hat by just popping it into our... There you go. It only sticks out slightly. There you go, my good man.
Oh, I wasn't expecting to actually get something. If you're able to, could I get a bit of change too?
What? This can't be allowed. This is... I feel like I'm being tested. Like, you're actually an undercover boss, except rather than the nice sort who's going to, like, give me stuff, you're the sort that's going to fire me for messing up. Okay, if you want stuff, then you don't get clothes anymore, okay? This is going to be a fair exchange. You can have one bit of change, but you have to go and scramble for it on the ground like a dog, alright? There you... That opened the door! That's brilliant!
I'll be going now.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's clearly not.
Hello there, human. Look at this. I've got a coin here for you. What can I buy for this? Surely you could give me something.
You can have this hat.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I like the fact that I actually conned him because he doesn't even have his glasses anymore.
Oh no, here comes trouble.
Uh-oh.
See, today's not your lucky day, pal. Open that safe and give me all your cheddar.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I surrender. There's no shotgun here. Okay. I know this is a robbery, but... Would you object terribly if I just... There we go. Could I also have... Can I have the...
Luckily, that was my fake banana.
Right.
There's plenty more where that came from, kid.
At this point, I'm basically robbing him. I'm only going to give away like 3 bits of cheese because I already gave away 1. And I've gained like 10 bananas so far. At this point, I feel like I've taken enough bananas off him. He's more than welcome to the safe. And also this hobo's hat. There you are. I've now given you an inferior hat. There's some cheese.
I'm gonna buy a new pair of shoes.
Wait, hang on a second. Let me just...
Never catch me.
There's one more. There's one more. How much is cheese even worth? Okay, hang on. So a cheese is worth $5.99. Okay, so a cheese is worth $5.99. So I've just given away £18 or dollars or robo-dollars or whatever's worth of stock. Okay, $18. A banana is worth 15 cents or 15 pence, whichever. Darn it, I've just made a loss on these bananas. The cheese was worth more. God, when I did get the hat, I did get his hat. How much is this worth? Hello, scan that. Doesn't scan, it's priceless. Wait a minute. Let's just trip up a couple of customers on the way in so I don't have to deal with them anymore because of... They don't have legs, John.
Good evening, human. I understand you were held at Banana Point early this evening. We've captured the suspects. We just need you to point out who did it.
This guy was rude to me. It was definitely this guy.
This is the bot who did it?
Absolutely.
Well, let's go, bots.
Yeah, bro. So I'm going to an area with, like, bad reception.
And apparently we are done. We have done a marvellous job. We are in clover for bananas. We shall do a big banana discount tomorrow. But this is the end of this bit of Job Simulator. It is a very fun little tech demo. But yes, honestly, replayability, probably not spectacular. But it is a fun little thing. I quite like the humour. It appeals. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? And instead, let us move on to the slightly terrifying nightmare world of Fantastic Contraption, where a terrifying mouse creature is holding on to a terrifying brain moon, while sort of weird roaring noises occur in the background. But it's supposed to be cute, and Fantastic Contraption is mainly a game about a cat. This is Nico. Nico is adorable. Nico, you just tickle her, you can just tickle her under the chin and she purrs. She's adorable. I do like the cat. The cat is marvellous. The cat is just absolutely beautiful. And the cat has like, you're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be building, but I don't find this to be a good building game. I find this to be a much better, just messing around with things game. You've got a little bouncy ball here. Nico watches the ball. Which is quite good. You can put as many balls off as you want. No, not the cat, mind. Yeah, you just basically just keep pulling more balls off forever, and they just seem to all bounce forever, and they make nice little trails. Nico seems to enjoy that as well. Oh, who's your good kitty? Nico is absolutely, utterly adorable, I cannot deny. But the actual thing I'm supposed to be doing is I need to get this thing over there. The problem with doing that is the physics in this are really, well, not the physics, just the rules of the universe are weird. Which is, if I just kind of pull stuff out of my cat, that's kind of the thing, by the way. You just pull stuff out of the cat. The cat's where your parts come from. No, the game never really explains why. And I can just get this, and I can just toss it, and there we are. I think that kind of came good. Ooh, that's not. Oh, you can play catch. I never knew you could play catch with this before. Assume you actually hit this. Then it bounces. Oh, darn, missed it. Also, never lunge outside of the chaperone bouncer I just did, because you'll probably smash your controller into a wall one of these days. And then bounce over there. That's just off into space. But yeah, you can just grab a part. You can grab anything. Here's just grab a stick. It's kind of, you have to make that nice and long. I mean, it feels really nice both, by the way. It's kind of grabbing things and just kind of like making them longer and shorter. That feels really nice. You can just kind of grab it, and you can just kind of toss that, and you can make that go over there. And you can take these pins. The pins to destroy parts, by the way. You can just kind of toss that and make that go over there, and it kind of flies very nicely. And you can grab the cat, and you can toss that and make that go over there, and then just summon her back. She comes back to you by farting. She never gets angry. Just give her a little tickle below the chin, and she's absolutely fine with you. But yeah, you can just take the cat, and you can toss the cat over there. The cat just went over there too. Come back over here with fart power, cat. Thank you. There we go, back into my area. But yeah, the ball, no. The one thing that has to go over there is the one thing that, no matter what you do, the moment you let it go, it just resolutely sticks in space. It's kind of weird. So instead you have to use the cat parts to build something for it. But you don't get given enough parts for it to be that interesting. Also, there's just occasionally that weird roaring in the background, and now there's a giant terrifying demon frog riding Saturn. I find this game spookier than it really should be. Just get a bit. It just kind of floats in midair until you actually press play to make kind of physics act upon it, which is kind of interesting. Go. Just go over there. And then, yeah, when you press stop, things reset. And then if you want to get rid of parts, just pull out a part, pop this. Ooh, that's nice. And then that just disappears. Toss that away. Lovely. But yeah, you've only really got like 3 parts to work with. You've got these, which is basically just like a basic rolly thing. So, you know, basic wheels that will roll. And as you just grab them, by the way, she just kind of seems to grow more. There's no kind of limit as far as I can tell. And then these things are connectors. But the thing about the connectors is, yeah, to that, and then to, you to that. Lovely. And then you to that, and then you to there. Nice. But the thing is, then you've got these ones that appear to be, I don't really know what they are. They're just like water tubes. But I cannot find a use for them. I don't really know what they're for. I mean, you know what, screw it. We'll just make one. We'll just make a car using just these. And then kind of the point is, like, once you've set something up, you set it going, you see what goes wrong or right. So in this case, it tacks over to the right. So if it tacks over to the right, if I make it like a little bit more, then it'll go almost a bit more, then more like this. And then that's good enough. That's straight enough. Fine. And then, of course, we just need to get the nice ball home. So we'll just kind of create a little one of these. Get that up there. 4 of these. Slam that in there. Slam that in there. Slam the ball on top and see if that works any better. Now it's going that way. Now it's going, and then it fell over. Okay, come on. Just don't fall over. Just don't fall over. Don't fall over. Okay, close enough. Don't fall over. Boom. And that's all you do. That's the entire game right there. The problem is, just about every level is solved with pretty much the same thing. Oh, and now you have to punch a dog in the face. I don't know why. But like every single level, as far as I can tell, basically does the same sort of thing. Also, go away, map. Just shove out over there. Put the map out of bounds, just so it's not in the way. Because, yeah, it's a bit crowded in here. Yeah, you basically solve every single puzzle pretty much exactly the same way. Because, yeah, this one's going to be exactly the same thing. Basic car, but it's going to have, like, a little arm hanging out over to the right to drag that into there. That's it. That's all you need. Basic little car there. It goes off in that direction. Actually, that probably broadly works. Let's just grip the whole thing. and move ever so slightly in this direction, then it just, yeah, it doesn't even need an arm. It's just going to fall straight off. Okay, you. Also, detaching a piece can be a little bit on the fiddly side. Hang on, I just want to take this bit. Okay, fine. Just raise this up. Get off. Get off. Ah. There we go. Actually, I think that might be good enough already. Just make it go around the corner. Yeah, come on. Darn it. Okay, go. No, turn. And come on. Boo. Right, this is what the one on the bottom is for. This black connector. Just shove that there instead, and now that stays fixed up rather than just falling over the moment the thing falls over. Which is much more useful. So now that's in play. This will... balls. Alright, just a gentle turn in this direction, and... there we go. Also, after the first couple of levels, you put a helmet on, and then suddenly everything becomes even more terrifying than it already was, and you have to start feeding levels to terrifying lava fish. But yes, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Fantastic Contraption. I don't enjoy it massively because I think that there just simply aren't enough parts. Like, the reason Besieged works is because it gives you so many parts to play with. There's the reason Minecraft works is because there's so many parts to play with that you can create some really impressive stuff if you mix them all together. This is like a Lego set where you've only got 3 basic pieces. You've got as many as you want, but you've only got 3 basic pieces. And there just isn't enough stuff to play with. I quite like destroying things. Destroying things is actually quite good. So to be honest, yes, I mainly just load this up occasionally just to play with the cat, because I find that much more enjoyable than the actual game. But never mind, I think it's quite good anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, Nico! If anyone asks, she was dead when we got here. And then finally on to what is definitely my favourite of the launch titles, Tilt Brush. The most simple and yet the best. Tilt Brush by Google, as you can tell, because they just kind of just leave it floating there. And also I think it's down in the bottom left as well, because the spectator mode kind of has that enabled permanently and I can't get rid of it. So this is most definitely Tilt Brush. And Tilt Brush is just a little art program. So just kind of pick a thing, so just like, yeah, get some light, and then I can just draw in midair. I can just draw in midair, and obviously I can move around, same as anything else. It's kind of the usual 3D effect. So it's art, but in 3D. It's almost surreal to see it. Like this idea of not just like you standing in a place and just like drawing in a space, but the fact that you have to deal with the fact that you can actually just like walk around and draw a snaking pattern all around you as you walk around this space. I can't even describe it. There are no words. There are no words for how awesome it is. Now, let's just quickly go over to an let's go over to an eraser. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this. Don't really want this. There's a million different brushes as well, which I really like. And just like visual effects, you just like leave stars floating around. Just like have stars flying out of something if that's what you want. Or flames. Just have flames. The flames are really pretty, by the way. Let's make bigger flames. Bigger flames. Ooh, that's nice. But no, I want flames. Flames in red. Red flame. This is the best thing. I mean, it's technically completely pointless. And normally I despise games that have no point. Like, I'm a real kind of fussy person for wanting my games to have, like, context and stuff. And when games just like little play toys, I normally really hate them. But in VR's really bloody good at just little playthings. It's amazing at it, in fact. Anyway, just get rid of all this lovely fire. I will be a very good firefighter. And instead, let's just change the environment. I like the environment, by the way. No, get rid of that. Just, no, off that. Environment, because like, there's loads of different environments you can have, which I really quite like. You can just have yourself, well, you just have yourself floating in space. You have yourself in just a night sky, quite like the night sky. It looks a bit flat, to be honest. I'm not so keen on the night sky, because like, while I quite like desert at night, you are kind of, it does look a bit flat. So you can just be floating in space, which interestingly to me looks a bit less flat, and then you've just got a planet here. I condemn your planet to fire! There we are. I would not be a good god. Claire's quite fond of this one. There's just a mannequin. You can just have a mannequin, so you can actually like draw and sketch out dresses on that. That's really rather cool. I like that one a lot. But today I'm more interested in the pedestal. Because I think, of course, this isn't really just an art program anymore. Because when you're drawing in 3D out in the world, you're not really drawing anymore, are you? You're effectively doing 3D floaty sculpture. And by the way, I just love this little kind of on your left hand just kind of swish with the touchpad. So you've kind of got all your tools right there. That's really rather good. And all these things, loads of things. Hypercolor. So screw this art. Instead, what we're going to try and do today is sculpture. I'm going to use these tools to try and do sculpture. I'm terrible at sculpture, by the way. In fact, I'm terrible at art, full stop. Couldn't draw for toffee. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an architect, and that lasted precisely one lesson of CDT when I first did technical drawing and found I had literally zero aptitude for it. So that was a shame. But today we're going to make up for that. We're going to make up for all my artistic failings by creating a 3D sculpture of a Charmander. Because if Nintendo are such dicks I can't play any of their games, the bare minimum I'm going to do is celebrate Charmander, easily the best starter of Generation 1. After Squirtle, obviously. So let's take the tool type of flat. Let's take a flat tool type and make this nice and orange. Nice kind of... Where's Charmander? Charmander's about... Maybe he's a little bit more orange than that. About like... Yeah. Oh, no. More orange than that. More orange than that. More orange than that. That's about right. So what we've got is we've got to get a slightly smaller brush. We want to create a Charmander. I can kind of change things as I go along. And Charmander's kind of got like... Let's sketch this out really finely. So Charmander's got like... He's got one blobby bit that makes up his body, right? And then he's got basically equally blobby bit that makes up his head, and they kind of overlap with each other. And then the blobby bit that makes up his body also kind of goes down into kind of two little legs there. No, yeah, I need to drawing it at an angle because I'm struggling to think in 3 dimensions. So what we need to do is basically we just kind of sketch out a 3D model of this, and then just kind of fill this in, and just kind of go around here, and then we need to get rid of this one. There we go. So if I just basically fill in that there should be a good starting point for the body and head of a Charmander, and I can fill that in relatively easily by just going into flat, and then a wide brush stroke, and then I've got to literally like paper around the outside of this. I'm not saying this is going to be a good Charmander or anything, but it's going to be a Charmander. So as you can see, it's already taking shape beautifully. Oh, hang on. This goes way wider. That's probably a better idea. Okay, hang on. No, scratch this. This was all rubbish. This was all terrible. Yep, get rid of all of this. Oh, I got rid of the guidelines too. Never mind. I've got a better plan now. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes. This is going to be the thing. When I say this is going to be the thing, is this going to... That's not the thing. I've put Stellaris back on, by the way, because I quite like her. I like having some music in the background. We can figure out how to do this again. Maybe not that big, but slightly bigger than what I was doing. So I need to paper and then around the edge. Okay? Okay, there we go. This is now starting to work a little bit better. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better than it was. And I just need a couple to, like, paper out the gap slightly. This one can be slightly inside. Yep, okay. And then we've got the slight issue of that being, like... Good enough. That there, Charmander. Well, the body of Charmander. And then just give him... couple of legs. Alright, just give him some legs here. Give it a bit of depth and stuff. There we go. Next, I need to give him his toes. He needs to have toes. Straight up marker might work nicely for his toes. Then he's just going to need... They're just grey, aren't they? And now he's got 3 little toes. And one slightly weirdly bulbous thing, but that's fine. Next, he's going to need a tail at the back before we go on to the head. Also, doesn't he have a slightly lighter coloured chest? Okay, get the orange, make it a little bit lighter, and then go back to the flat. Yep. And now give him a slightly lighter chest covering. There we go. Slightly lighter on the chest. I think he has a slightly lighter bit on the chest. I think that's true. Now we need to give him a tail. I think I've made him a bit fat. This is a slightly overfed Charmander, but that's fine. And then just a nice tail going up. Okay, around the other side so I can see what I'm doing here. There we are, nice tail for Charmander. There we go. This bit's actually not so bad. So there's a tail. That's alright. And now, now we can use the custom stuff. Fire. Oh, actually, does it need fire? I think it does need fire. And then we'll just make it a bit more more red. Can we just add like a bit of, I think it's red fire for Charmander. Oh yeah, that works. Now it's starting to look like Charmander. Ah ha ha, yes, kind of a bit anyway. The tail's pretty good, I'm happy with the tail. Ah, you see, the Solaris music just reached a little bit of a crescendo. It totally agrees with me. Get that orange back, thank you. And now we need to head. I need to basically draw up a head on him, because Charmander's kind of weird. He kind of, his body sort of, that is way too big. Okay, John, this is why we did the guidelines. This is why we did the guidelines. Go to a marker, and now just say it's going to be like about here. Okay, here we go. This is going to work. Right here, okay? Just layer them over each other. Nice and easy. Okay. Charmander is starting to take... There's blatantly a hole in him. Okay, I've patched the hole in him. Charmander is blatantly starting to take shape at this point. You cannot deny this is at least somewhat recognisable as a Charmander. Okay, I've just been and checked the reference materials. Yeah, Charmander definitely has a lighter bit here. In fact, it kind of goes to a bit of like a peak around here. And it doesn't actually go under him. Okay, so we're going to make this go like way under him and up the backside of his tail, because that's actually what happens with Charmander. He's got the lighter bit under the tail, so it goes right underneath him. So that's a bit better. The next thing we're going to need is he's kind of got, we need the eyes and we also need the mouth. I think we're going to have to do those with like smaller, it's like ink brushes. I might go for like a smile on him like this. Do I want ink? Is ink necessarily the right choice here? I'm not sure ink is necessarily the right choice here. We'll give it a go. We can get rid of it if we don't like it. We've got Charmander. Charmander who's wearing a bit too much lipstick. Fine, but you know, it'll be fine. Yeah, Charmander's looking a bit odd there. I'm not convinced that's working. Let's see if we can just get rid of just these bits without getting rid of all the... Oh, no, I got rid of some of his head. Possibly just doing this with the flat might be a good idea here. Just kind of the flat... And then just kind of got to get this over his... Got to get the angles right as well. There we go. Just got the mouth there. That's a mouth. And then a slightly lighter bit for the tongue. There we go. That's the Charmander you all know and love, kind of. And then he's kind of got like... They're kind of blue eyes, I think. They're kind of blue eyes but with lots of black at the bottom. They're kind of like this shit. That's way too light blue, though. That's way too light blue. Okay, yeah, there we are. Just kind of these light blue eyes right here. I think I'm making Charmander into a thing of terror here. But that's fine. That's a-okay. He looks sort of happy a bit. There we go. And he's got like black bits at the bottom. He's got like black pupils under blue bits. I think. Is that right? That's sort of Charmander a bit. Wait, he has arms as well, doesn't he? Charmander has arms. Probably yes, because he learns Scratch. Yeah, I've also realised why I've got it wrong. His eyes are mainly black. It's just blue at the bottom. That's probably why it looks wrong. Let's just quickly cover this up here. There we are. Now he's got nice black eyes. Now he's a thing of terror. Yeah, he's just supposed to have like a little bit of blue at the bottom. And then just like a little kind of little anime flash thing up the top there. That's probably still not right. Okay, he's gonna need arms though. He's gonna be needing some arms. Less thick than that, mind. It's kind of here, just a little bit arms, little bit of arms there. Just give the man some arms, all right. Right, then just give him arms. Make sure the arms are about the right length. I wouldn't want to give him different length arms. That could cause trouble when he's trying to use slash. And then the arms kind of taper off to like, I'm gonna need like a different brush just for like, the marker. Because the claws on his hands are actually oh, that was way too big. The claws on his hands, hang on, let's get rid of that. The claws on his hands are really, they're actually orange. I'm pretty sure they're still orange. So if I just give him like little ones like that, you need to actually be even actual 3D ones, mind. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pokemon number 004. It is Charmander, or at least the closest I can bloody get, which isn't that close, but there have probably been worse drawings of Charmander at some point during the history of the world. I'm pretty pleased with that. But yes, more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, This is the Vive. This is what the Vive does. It lets you listen to Stellaris in virtual reality while wandering around a room, but looks like suddenly you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've created a Charmander and written his name in flaming letters in the air, and it's kind of bloody amazing. And yeah, I really wanted to do this for like the 200,000 video, because like I don't want to say this is like the start of a new era for the channel or anything. Like, we're not going to go primarily VR or anything. Literally, there aren't enough VR games to do that. But there will definitely be VR games coming. I've got like plenty of Vive videos planned. And as I say, I think like in all the areas of gaming, this is going to be where we actually see a lot of innovation going on. I genuinely think we're going to see like a lot of really fun bits of innovation in virtual reality going forward. So I will be keeping a very close eye on the Vive. Charmander definitely didn't have ears, right? No, definitely not. So yes, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the HTC Vive. Welcome to many a true nerd in virtual reality, and hopefully much, much more to come. And welcome Charmander, horribly inbred, mutated, poor, tragic Charmander, who probably really ought to be put out of his misery, because yeah, I feel quite sorry for the poor lad, all things considered. But yes, welcome to him as well, and plenty more VR to come. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been my coverage of the launch title for the HTC Vive. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Good dodge, man. Question is, can you keep it up, cop? Oh, no you can't. Ooh, nice. Oh, didn't quite get that one though. We are going to the gun store in style. Oh, where's my partner? Oh, he's not here. Oh, so long, loser.